Welcome. Right, we have one selection for today in Doncaster, but before I come to that, let's just touch on, I want to go back, recap the results so far for Patreon service in December. Also touch on a big Christmas week we had. Really enjoyable and very profitable run. We did have a couple of losers here and there, but profits were just insane. We smashed them with really nice bets, some really good winners. We've had, even on the free service, 12 to 1 winner, 11 to 4, 20 to 1 getting placed. Just really, really nice. And then on the Patreon service, we just had some really nice, strong bets landed, which is important as well. But just touch on the Patreon service for December, plus 70 points so far. Still a few days to go. I do have a selection for Doncaster for the free service today. It's an interesting runner. We did have a nice run too with during the week with the free service with a 12 to 1 winner quarter slip. Brave Man's Game as well, we tipped it up obviously. I couldn't believe it drifted to 11 to 4, but nice to get that. And then Move With The Chains got placed in the Welsh National at a big price of 20 to 1. So really solid, massive Christmas for us, just with big winners, 12 to 1, 11 to 1, strong bets on horses as well, not just like tipping them up lightly. We had an 11 to 1 winner tipped as a 4 points win bet. We had a 5 points win on a 2 to 1 that absolutely romped home, so strong bets landed as well, which is always important, right? And we had some really good form throughout the whole month coming into it. Looking forward to next year, getting hopefully a very consistent beatdown of the bookies in 2023. As everybody knows, the Patreon service tips for 3 weeks in January, from January 5th to February 1st, will be just early access for the Patreon, and then they go out on the main service just for the 3 weeks. Then everything is back to normal. As I've stated this for the last few months now, I've put posts in. It's also on the service when you sign up, so just make sure and read what you're getting for that 3 weeks. What you're getting for the 3 weeks is early access to all the tips, and then from February 1st it all goes back to normal. So anyway, the bookie crushing service, anyway, if you're not a part of it, you should be. $24.99 a month gives you access to all the best bets. Check it out. It's a bookie crushing service, and the maths don't lie. The results are here. We really are in a kind of a period of change with the strategy and the last couple of months, and it has just been, relentlessly, finding value and exploiting the bookies. All right, bet safe, bet fun. One tip today, a pint win, Earn River, back over hurdles. Well, I'll pull him up what time he's in here. I have it written down somewhere. He is an interesting runner. It went well enough when he started out over fences. It then kind of fell apart a little bit later. It's in the 155 today in Doncaster. This is a decent hurdle race, right? And there is some good horses in here. But Earn River has a massive engine, lads. He's only a 7-year-old. Now, at times I thought he could, when you watched him beating the likes of Breakdown on his debut over fences, I think he went straight into one of them kind of intermediate handicaps or a limited handicap or something like that. And he beat Breakdown the first day of Skelton's, and he had some really nice form. He then since, I think, went on and won an Ayr as well. Is it Breakstown or Breakerstown, something, the Skelton horse anyway. Well, this horse trashed him on debut. He then went on and looked impressive again after that. I think it was in Weatherby or somewhere. But he was highly tried then, and the wheels fell off a little bit. Now, he ran well the last day. I think it was behind Hitman. Now, he was well beaten, but he didn't jump that great in spots. Back over hurdles, he's very interesting, and I'd be surprised if this horse doesn't run a big race today. We'll go a pint win on Earn River, a likeable horse. Didn't work out for him over fences just yet, but maybe in the future he might go back again. But for now, he's going back hurdling, and I like him at 4 to 1. I think he's a lively runner. He's definitely good enough to threaten this field, and good enough to beat this field, given his best, I'd say. Pint win, Earn River. Right, that's the only selection we have for today. Thanks for all the support. Keep following, and plenty more bookie crushing tips on the way. What a Christmas week. We had some nice runs. The Colbert Sports Syndicate horse ran well, just pulled a little too hard early, but still ran really well in a race that was ran another juvenile hurdle that he's the second juvenile hurdle he's ran in that was quicker than the other 2 mile race on the same card. So yeah, the form is solid. Good winners in the race. All the horses around them were winners, and horse 8 lengths behind them was a winner as well. So really nice run. Yeah, it's very rare you see that many winners in a juvenile hurdle. Normally you'll be taking on one winner, couple of placed horses, and 3 or 4 first time out. So he was in a good race, and considering he pulled hard, probably hit the front too soon, 3 out as well. Yeah, he was never going to get home on the ground, which had gone really, really testing. So big run, and hopeful maybe the next day we might be able to get them. All right, keep following Cold Bear Sports for all your best bets.